In the bustling square of Bamberg, under a June sun in 1573, a young man of 19 gripped a sword that would define his destiny. Frantz Schmidt, born into a cursed lineage, stepped forward not as a villain, but as the arm of imperial justice. Before him knelt a thief, the first of many whose lives he would end. This moment launched a career shrouded in blood and stigma, yet one that would challenge the boundaries of honor in an unforgiving world. Join us as we unravel the tale of a man who wielded death to forge his own redemption. Frantz Schmidt entered the world around 1554 in Hof, Bavaria, not as a monster, but as the son of one. His father, Heinrich, a humble woodsman, was forced by the Margrave of Brandenburg-Ansbach to execute criminals during wartime chaos. Refusal meant certain death for Heinrich, but compliance branded the family as social outcasts. In the Holy Roman Empire, executioners were essential yet reviled, barred from guilds, churches, and honorable society. Young Frantz inherited this infamy, a hereditary taint that locked him into the same grim path. He apprenticed under his father, mastering the arts of beheading, hanging, and torture with reluctant precision. By 1573, in Bamberg, he performed his first execution, beheading Niklas Stüller, a thief who broke the peace. His journal captures the stark reality. The first person whom I executed was Niklas Stüller from Eidhausen, whom I beheaded with the sword at Bamberg on the 5th of June. This debut marked Schmidt's entry into a profession of paradoxes. Paid as a civil servant by city councils, he killed under legal mandate, yet lived in isolation. Over time, his skill elevated him from apprentice to master, traveling across Franconia before settling in Nuremberg in 1578. Schmidt's rise reflected the empire's rigid justice system, where even the despised could gain repute through flawless duty. In Nuremberg's Hauptmarkt, crowds gathered for spectacles of justice, where Schmidt stood as the unflinching enforcer. From 1573 to 1617, he carried out 361 executions and hundreds of corporal punishments, each a meticulously staged ritual. Blending law, custom, and symbolism, these acts served not just to punish, but to deter and reaffirm order in a turbulent era. The sword was his hallmark, reserved for honorable deaths like beheading murderers. In 1589, he executed Andreas Rasche for roadside homicide, noting, "I beheaded Andreas Rasche with the sword. He had murdered a man on the road to Würzburg." Precision was paramount. A clean stroke granted dignity, while failure invited chaos. Schmidt's near-perfect record, only 4-second strokes and 187 beheadings, earned him renown. Harsher methods awaited graver crimes. The breaking wheel shattered limbs of serial killers like Pangratz Perner in 1580, who murdered multiple victims. Gendered punishments included drowning women for infanticide in sacks, symbolizing societal cleansing. Burning purged heretics and poisoners. Slow fires ensuring public witness to moral rectification. Beyond the sword, Schmidt employed an arsenal of dread, each tool tailored to the offense's severity. Hanging sufficed for thieves, but traitors faced drawing and quartering, their bodies displayed as warnings. His journal details clinical efficiency, yet hints at the human toll. Victims' last meals, confessions, and final words under chaplain's guidance. Torture preceded many sentences, using thumbscrews or the rack to extract truths. In 1593, Schmidt wheeled Georg Frank for murdering Fair Annie, a brutal act of throat-slitting and theft. Such entries underscore the era's belief in retributive justice, where pain mirrored the crime. Youth offered no mercy. Even teens like 15-year-old Hans Wadel met the blade for attempted murder. Schmidt's role extended to public humiliations, flogging, ear cropping, or banishment with branding. These lesser penalties, inflicted on over 345 individuals, maintained social order without death. His solemn approach, no drunkenness or cruelty, set him apart, transforming a pariah's trade into a pillar of statecraft. After 4 decades, Schmidt laid down his tools in 1617, having ended 361 lives with unwavering precision. Retirement brought reinvention. Leveraging anatomical knowledge from dissections, he turned to healing, treating wounds, setting bones, and prescribing remedies. He shifted from taker to saver of lives, earning tentative respect from former onlookers. His journal reflects this pivot. I ceased serving at the block and began attending to the ill. Married to another executioner's daughter, Schmidt raised a family amid stigma, yet petitioned for redemption. In 1624, Emperor Ferdinand II granted an unprecedented decree declaring him ehrlich, honorable, and lifting his professional taint. This imperial pardon affirmed Schmidt's lifelong quest, equality in a society that once shunned him. Dying in 1634 as the esteemed Nuremberg citizen, his grave at St. Rochus Cemetery honors a dual legacy. A man of blood became a healer, proving that duty, even in darkness, could yield light. Frantz Schmidt's story transcends the scaffold, illuminating the human cost of justice in a bygone age. From forced apprentice to honored healer, he navigated infamy with dignity, challenging societal barriers through sheer competence. His legacy prompts reflection. In systems of power, can the outcast ever fully escape their shadow? As empires rise and fall, Schmidt reminds us that honor is not given, but earned, even in the grip of death. From his official pardon by Emperor Ferdinand II, 1624, declared ehrlich, no longer stained by his office, and thus restored to honorable standing.